I thought I'd do a little update video on how my garden's coming along. I planted a lot of nasturtium in here so that it would climb up this. And I finally do see a couple coming up in there. The sunflowers are doing good. Cosmos are coming up in there as well. It's taking its sweet time though. And then the strawberry plants look very healthy and happy. I'm happy with them, minus the ones that an animal ate down at that end. But I'm going to be extending this. I have a bunch of strawberry seeds germinating right now. And I'm going to extend this garden quite a bit this fall so that I can have a huge amount of strawberries. So, and then over here was corn, and the animals got into it on me when I first planted it. And they ate them all except for 4. And this one I brought out that I'd started in the house, and it's that jewel corn. And then I have some pepper plants in there that are doing good. And I threw a few extra tomato plants I had there. I'm pretty sure they're cherry tomatoes. And then I have a loofah gourd right there. And then down at the end, I had some potatoes in my potato box that had some roots. So I threw them in the ground like a month ago. And they're all coming up amazing in there. I'm happy about it. I'm going to also extend this flower bed, or this garden bed as well. Like you'll see, it goes to there, same as the strawberry one. And I'm going to come out far and I'm going to plant all potatoes, those little tiny new potatoes in there next year. Yeah, and then the pumpkins are doing absolutely amazing. And I have some marigolds in there too that look like they're doing really nicely too. And that keeps the bugs away. And then I threw a couple tomato plants in there that I didn't even think were going to live. And they're doing amazing. Yeah, so then down here, I also have a bunch of asparagus started in pots in the greenhouse because I want to extend my asparagus. And then the yellow beans are coming along really good. They're all in bloom. My spinach has done really well. It's mostly gone to seed now, but I am going to harvest a bunch that's in there. And I might pull it. Well, I'm going to let some stay seeded because I'd like the seeds from it so I don't have to buy it anymore. But I'm thinking about planting something else in there. And then here's my onions that I let some go to seed so that I can start a bunch for next year. But I just love the blooms on onions. I do. They get huge, big white pom-poms in your garden. It's super pretty. And the cabbage and the cauliflower are coming along really good. Lots of different kinds of lettuces. And look at my snap peas. It's really weird. I'm not sure. Like on this end, they're shorter, and on the far end, they're shorter. But right in the middle, they're going crazy. It's awesome. And then here are the beets now. Even the ones because I planted a few weeks apart, even they're coming up really nicely. Carrots I've replanted here, just so they're not all ready at the same time. And I see them slowly coming through. But the carrots go down to the end. And then look at my funky romaine lettuce heads. Kind of cool. They're going to seed. I let them go to seed. They actually, if you just let the seeds fall, they'll come up in your garden next year all on their own. And then there's my radish seed. And a lady had commented on my post. Sorry, I can't remember your name. But she was saying how these are edible. And I've always kept these, right? So that I can replant next year. But cool. These are edible, she said. I'm going to try one. Yum. They're actually really good. Cool. So I'm definitely going to be harvesting a bunch of them for salads. And then the cucumbers. Wow, they're not as hot as the radishes, but they have the taste of radish. That's neat. My cucumbers are doing really good in the center mound. And like I planted that one at the same time as this one. It's weird. I don't know. This one's going really well. This one's coming. It's just slower for some reason. Same soil. Only thing that's different is location. And it's not that big of a deal of a location change. Look at, they're like 4 feet from each other. Don't know. But, and then pickling cucumbers, I find they take a lot longer than your regular garden cucumbers, but they're coming. See them all in there. They take a long time to get started, but once they get going, then they go good. So that's the pickling. And then these are pickling as well. And they're coming along. These 3 mounds are all pickling cucumbers on this side. I put Chicago pickling there and Chicago pickling in this one. And in that one, it was a different kind of pickling cucumber, just in case I like to put a variety in case one kind doesn't do very well. At least I know the other ones will. But and then in there is the watermelons coming and the honeydew melon down at the end. Actually, that might be the opposite. Honeydew melon and watermelon. I have to go over there and look, but yeah. And then over here, here's another example like the cucumbers on the other side. So this is my zucchini. It's doing really good. Look at, I have like 2 of them growing in there. And see the size of it? Now it's located there. Come 4 feet this way. I planted them at the same time, and these zucchinis are slow. They're so slow. I don't know why it's doing that. It's weird. But they're growing, so I'm glad. And the sunflowers are doing fantastic. They'll come this way. See? They're getting really tall. And then that sunflower there, the birds planted out of the seed head I left all winter. And ta-da! Sunflowers can come back, which is kind of neat. So these are all beefsteak tomatoes, and they're doing fantastic. Like, look at the size of them. Today we came out and just come in here. I'm slowly trying to tie them up so that they go up this cage instead of laying on the ground. So we just loosely put some twist ties all the way down as the branches kind of hang to the ground. Sorry, I'll try not to move the camera so much and make everybody dizzy. Ooh, it's muggy out here today. Yeah, look at, so beef steaks. And then the cherry tomatoes. Look how tall they are. They look strange right now because I've been manhandling them, tying them all up. But lots of really nice tomatoes on there. I planted several different kinds of tomato plants, so I kind of just have to go by memory. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at my packets, but these, like, they almost look like a plum, but I can't recall right now. So we tied them all up because they were falling to the ground because they're starting to get really heavy. So the cherries are all down here. And then my mint is there. It looks beautiful. Raven's favorite spot in the garden. Look at it. It's so pretty. And then more cherry tomatoes down there. And then these are the peppers, and they're doing fantastic. I planted all kinds of different peppers. And my golly, if anyone needs daisy seeds, send me a PM. Look at the daisies are coming to the end. The Shasta daisies near my house are just starting to bloom, but these heirloom daisies, they're near the end here. So what I'm gonna do once it dries out is come out and cut them so that I have tons of seeds. I'm gonna spread them all over the place in the yard. And dill is up, doing good, look. I need to cut those daisies because I have dill planted all down the sides of this flower bed, and the daisies after the rain are now laying on top of my dill. Mind you, dill is kind of vigorous, like it'll come up through it, but I harvest a lot of it to do all my pickling. You can smell it from here, actually. It smells magnificent. So yeah, this is the progress of the garden. It's coming along really well. goes slow when you watch it every day. But if you don't look at it for a few days and then you come back, you're like, wow, did that ever grow? This rain helped a lot. So yeah, everything is doing really well. I'd like to see my pickling cucumbers hurry up a little bit. And I'd like to problem solve why my snap peas are shorter on the ends than they are in the middle. I'm not sure, the whole thing's full of sun, but look at those onions. I always let some go to seed because they look so beautiful. They'll get big, huge white balls up there for blooms. Super nice. So yeah, everything is green and growing well.